Hi everyone, this is Will, aka Dr. Financial Literacy. As normal, I am a political economist. I am not a financial planner or a CPA or lawyer. This is just experience based off of the things that I've actually done. If you have an opportunity, get you a HELOC, personal line of credit, a GLOC, a PLOC, anything that offers you a line of credit that you can go in and out. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and update you on what I have. I obtained this particular HELOC in April of this year after trying initially in terms of getting one about December. So I have started on it, and this is just an update. My first statement that I received was 28 days of HELOC, interest rate 10.25. I am now paying about $14.14 per day on this HELOC. It does not have a late fee. I've just called the company to see if there's a late fee. After reading the HELOC statement that I received, it says late fees and charges, but after reading the contract again, then speaking to someone, it doesn't appear that there's late fee. I'm gonna go back and read it again. Interest, the interest on the first payment, $381.85. Payment between days, about 60. So wonderful thing that I discovered, at least with the HELOC, there's at least 60 days from when the statement date closes and I receive my statement and when I need to make the payment in terms of it actually being late. So the due date is about 30 days after the statement closes. However, I can run it all the way up to the end of the month, and that gives me approximately 60 days to float the money that I need to put onto the payment, which is an awesome thing. When I compare it to the loan that was fundamentally replaced by the HELOC, I only had about 30 days. Okay. So now I've received my second statement in general. So now this second statement had more days in, which included 30 days. Interest rate is still the same, 10.25. The dollar per day, so the average daily balance in which I'm paying for the money is about $14.14 per day. Late fee, no. Interest, because I'm now at 30 days versus 27 days, the interest payment is $424.28. So right now, I'm only paying interest on the HELOC until it unlocks. This particular HELOC has a 60 to 90 day lock on it before I can actually go in and out and do velocity banking as a strategy in general. But this is just my contract. This is just the one that I signed up. I thank God that I was able to get this 550, and I'm just making the best of it. And as I always say, it is what it is, but it will become what you make of it. So it is what it is, but it's going to be what I make of this $50,000 blessing. So now in the third statement, as I project and see, it's going to probably be 30 days. Interest rate will stay the same. Still 14.14 per day that I'm paying. No late fee. The interest will be the same, 424.28, because I'm only paying the interest. The initial balance on this HELOC was 50,500. The statement that I just received, $50,924.28. So I'm over the amount, and it has been reported to the credit bureau. So last month, it was 381 that was reported as the high. This time it's 50,924. It hadn't been reported, so maybe I'm gonna bring it down below the 5,500. Now, in comparing that to the mortgage that I had before, using the HELOC. So before I got the $50,000 HELOC, the mortgage that I had was a 30-year mortgage, and I only had 15 years left. The interest on that was 6.77, and I only had 15 years to go in May, but I paid it off. So I was done with it. Now I'm just in a situation of working with the HELOC. The dollar amount was $5.25 per day on the mortgage. I think maybe the mortgage. Was there a late fee? Yes. If I didn't pay the mortgage by the 15th of each month, there was about a $20 late fee. Whereas the HELOC, I'm not paying any late fee if I go beyond the 30 days. The mortgage payment on the mortgage that I eliminated was $673. That included taxes, insurance, the principal, and the interest. The principal and interest on this particular mortgage, I think it was maybe say about $350 a month. Payment between days, so when I get the statement to the end of the month, was $30. So I just wanted to give you an update of where I am in terms of the HELOC that I received to do velocity banking. I will really be implementing it in the third month. Again, the lockout period has been 90 days. July the 11th is when I come out of it, and then I can really start making some activities. What I plan to do is to take my entire paycheck that we talked about in previous months, put it into the HELOC, and pay all of my bills out of it. Currently, I'm using Navy Federal as a debt tool in the HELOC. So I've taken out cash advance. I've also used convenience checks to pay down my Navy Federal balance, but also to pay my rent and mortgages within the Navy Federal credit card that I'm using. So Navy Federal has been of great benefit until this HELOC kick in. All right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. And if you like to improve your credit, become an authorized user, or work with me or my team around some business in terms of helping you develop a business, if you're interested in improving your credit, if you're interested in applying the principles and practices of velocity banking and how we can work with you in general and along the lines of accelerated banking, please contact my team and we'll love to work with you. All right. Thank you very much. You have a great day. Bye-bye.